I normally build stealth shelters, but today I want to build the most unstealthiest shelter I can find. So I've got this lovely silver tarpaulin with my previous night's stealth shelter, and I'm going to try and see, because rain is expected, whether I can actually drape this over the teepee as if it was a big buffalo fur skin. And isn't she a thing of beauty? There we are, set up for the night. I've not tried to make it completely smooth or anything. We'll see tonight if it rains how waterproof it is. You can normally tell by looking at the holes in the top, just looking at the little light spots, just how much water it's going to let through. You can see there are spots where a bit of light comes through. 25% chance of rain. I think we're absolutely good for tonight. I am sitting inside my teepee with its mylar-coated tarpaulin. Extremely grateful for a good night's sleep. It's 4 something, nearly 5 a.m. There was just enough rain to be annoying that you couldn't sleep through it and ignore it, so it was great having the mylar. That obviously brought out all the snails, hundreds of them. I was so grateful that this tarpaulin kept out the snails too. Having a lovely cup of coffee, filled with gratitude that I slept well, and I love being in this little teepee. It's almost like being on holiday, these various Feast of Stealth shelter nights, each one in a different place. I feel like I'm on holiday. I'm so grateful that I don't have to take a ocean cruise to feel happy, full of joy. Many people just never feel happy or content because they're comparing themselves with others who are always going to the casinos, going to exotic places, buying new exotic cars, going on cruises, doing things. I don't have to do any of that. And I'm just so grateful. In fact, I'm so grateful that I had sciatica, which was sometimes I could barely walk. And that seems to be clearing up almost completely. I've had it for 9 months now, but it's nearly gone. Before that, I think they call it plantar fasciitis or something, whereby you can't put weight on a foot. I had that for 3 years. That was before the sciatica came. And I couldn't walk anywhere. Walking was out of the question. Now that seems to have cleared up. In the process, I've lost 10 kilograms of weight, which I think helps the back problems, helps both of those. So I think having less weight on the back and the joints, and I didn't even go on diet. I just stopped buying a whole bunch of crap and stuffing my face with that. I just don't buy stuff that's super enjoyable, sweets and marshmallows and cakes. And hey, if you want to buy me some, offer it to me, I'll eat it, but I just don't buy that stuff myself. And then I think of just even tonight I was about to put my air mattress down, and I found these terrible thorns in this teepee, and I could have just punctured my air mattress. I'm so grateful to the Lord for rebuking the devourer. You know, it's not what you earn, it's what you spend that matters. And if I'd punctured my air mattress, well, they're almost impossible to patch. So again, I'm just so grateful to the Lord for having rebuked the devourer, having cleared up my sciatica and my plantar fasciitis, that's what they call it. So, and I just think of so many things that can go wrong, you know, nothing mechanical is broken down. My teeth have stayed fine. I haven't had to go to the dentist, which is I often have to do every year. Rebuking the devourer, you know, you can feel so blessed too that I just feel always content and happy. And there's some people, they just are restless. They just cannot sit down, feel joy and happiness and peace in doing nothing, being nothing, experiencing nothing. I experience these stealth camping things or making something electronic, and to me that's so pleasant and enjoyable. Having even a simple meal, a beetroot sandwich is just fine for me. That's great. That's delicious. A snack, which I don't have to eat fancy food to be happy. I'm not a foodie. I'm not even very good at telling what's good food and what's bad, because most food's just enjoyable. So I'm also so grateful that in my life, you know, I lost my wife a year and a half ago, and I lost my cat a month ago. But I have my wonderful son living with me. I have my sisters now come to live with me with her husband. Wow, am I so blessed to have people that I love and that love me in my life. I think that is worth more than almost anything. So I'm just so grateful. And you could say, well, these things cost nothing. But I mean, I have worked all my life. I kept begging my sister to come stay with me, come stay with me, come stay with me. And eventually she has. So it's fantastic. And I always wanted my son to stay with me. And he's 40 and he still stays. And it's like living with Jesus and the Holy Spirit, having him around. He's just wonderful. So these are things that cost nothing, but they just mean the world to one. And I'm just so grateful that the Lord, he is my shepherd. I shall not want. And I shall not want because of him. He says, my peace I give you, not as the world gives, give I unto you. He gives you that peace of mind, that contentment, a peace that passes all understanding. It's not as the world gives. What is the world's kind of peace? This is a peace of mind that is otherworldly, that comes from Jesus Christ, who's never ruffled, never fearful, never feels inadequate or insecure. And he just gives us that spirit. When I see people that are always excited, upset, revengeful, angry, speaking badly about everything and everyone, and you can tell that all of this comes from a spirit of restlessness and unhappiness and discontent and always wanting something that's just beyond their reach. Look, I like a day that's you can look back on and see, yeah, I accomplished, I did something. But that something doesn't have to be that great. I mean, making a stealth shelter like this, a day is good. Sleeping in it, fantastic. It's like a holiday. So this is the second last feast of stealth shelters, and I feel the Feast of Stealth Shelters is a time of the year when normally your harvest is come in and you can sit and acknowledge the source of every blessing is God, every hope is God, every future prospect comes from God. So get with God and you're sorted. And He will make sure that you never want for anything. It's amazing. I have not been hungry once this year. I might have been down to my last snackwich, but I've never been down to nothing. So, and I've always known that when I get down to that last snackwich, there will be another one coming somewhere. I don't know how, but there will be another one coming. So I'm so grateful for that we have to every day ask for our daily bread. We can't ask for our weekly, monthly, or for our total retirement bread. We have to rely on our daily bread because that's how God operates. It's a faith walk. And if you knew that you had every day sorted for the rest of your life, it wouldn't be a faith walk. And even if you did have a wonderful pension and you were super rich, there's so many other things that can go wrong, including your health, your peace of mind. War could break out in the country, disasters, all of these things God keeps us safe from. So I don't care if you're the richest person in the world, you could still get a diagnosis of cancer, God forbid. So I just thank God for every good thing that just adds to one's total peace of mind and contentment. And I think this feast of stealth shelters is a very good time to sit and acknowledge and be grateful for everything. Oh, I'm so thankful just to be here sitting 5 a.m. in the morning in my teepee. I like it so much I almost might not take it down. So one more night, that's tomorrow night, will be my last stealth shelter camping for this, not for the end of the year, but just for this feast of stealth shelters. So it's been nice having you with us.